UFC Austin just ended, and this fight card was truly amazing. The main event was crazy. The co-main event was crazy. Deiveson Figueiredo and Rob Font was insane. For this card to be a non-pay-per-view, this might be one of the best of the year. Like, this card was amazing. Props to Dana White, props to the UFC, props to the fighters. This was a great card. Arman Tsarukyan beats Beneil Dariush by knockout. He throws the knee, misses on the knee, and lands a perfect right hand to drop and finish Beneil Dariush. I predicted this to happen. I predicted Arman to win. I didn't think he was going to knock him out in the first round. If he was going to knock him out, I thought it was going to be in the later rounds. But wow, Arman Tsarukyan surprised everyone. He just proved to everyone that not only is he a top 5 lightweight, but this is the reason why everybody runs from Arman. His grappling is insane. His striking is pinpoint. He has insane power. He's strong and so durable. Right off the start, Beneil Dariush and Arman were going at it. They were throwing a lot of punches right off the start. So you knew this fight was going to be a banger. But I don't think anyone expected Arman to finish Beneil like this. And this just shows Beneil's chin is out. I mean, maybe that Charles Oliveira knockout loss carried over and his chin is just out, you know, but wow, I really feel bad for Beneil Dariush, but like I said in the last video, Arman is that upcoming lightweight guy, and he's going to get that belt. He's going to fight Islam soon. Arman is a bad dude in the lightweight division. His striking is so good, and dude, to beat Beneil Dariush, who was ranked 4th, right, just shows like, dude, not only did he beat somebody who had great wrestling, right, and obviously we didn't see the wrestling, but he beat someone with experience. Everybody was saying Arman isn't ready to fight Beneil Dariush. He's still so young. He hasn't proven himself. Well, he just knocked out a guy who had more experience than him. You know, so it's like, you can't look at experience and be like, oh, well, this fighter has more experience than this other one, so he's going to lose. You have to look at the skills and the age and just the timing of when they fight. Not only was Arman on a 2-fight win streak, he looked great against Joaquim Silva, but he's fighting a Beneil Dariush who just is coming off a knockout loss to Charles Oliveira. And besides Mateusz Gamrot and Tony Ferguson, tell me someone that Beneil Dariush, you know, beat that was high ranking. And he fought a Tony Ferguson who was starting his losing streak, right? And yeah, he beat Gamrot, and that's a good win. But is Gamrot like a top 5 fighter? Just because Arman lost to Gamrot and Beneil Dariush beat Gamrot doesn't mean, oh, by MMA math, Beneil Dariush is better, he has more experience, and he has a win over someone that Arman lost to. That shit does not matter. At the end of the day, it's skill. Arman is a better striker. He had power. He landed a beautiful right hand and just slept Beneil. Beneil Dariush, he's getting older. His chin is out. And it just proved at that moment, at that night, Arman was over Beneil Dariush. I think Arman Tsarukyan, he should fight Dustin Poirier next. I think that'd be a great matchup. I think, you know, I would probably favor Arman a little bit just because of the wrestling. But Dustin, I mean, he was winning that first round against Gaethje before he got knocked out, you know, so I think Dustin is still there. He's still very skilled, but, you know, Dustin Poirier could go out. I mean, he's been in a lot of fights, you know. This could be the moment, the tipping moment for Dustin, getting knocked out by Justin Gaethje and then, you know, losing to Beneil Dariush or to Arman Tsarukyan, and you start your downfall of these fighters, you know, getting out of the top 5. I mean, it's going to be soon when we start to see Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, you know, Michael Chandler, these fighters to fall off. Beneil Dariush is the first one off. Is Dustin next? Is Gaethje next? Who knows? I think Dustin Poirier and Arman would be a great matchup. I don't think they would give Gaethje Arman Tsarukyan because Gaethje is coming off a great win against Fiziev and a knockout win against Dustin Poirier. So I think for Gaethje, it's title or nothing. But Arman and Dustin Poirier would be a great matchup. I think they should do that. That would be a great fight. In the co-main event, Jalin Turner knocked out Bobby Green. Beautiful freaking knockout. I mean, you know, Bobby Green just got slept. The reach and the power on Jalin Turner just got to Bobby Green. Bobby Green couldn't really do nothing. Dude, they should have stopped that way earlier. It's crazy how Jalin Turner was talking about how the shots that he gave to Dan Hooker kind of messed him up, right? And then he said like he was kind of questioning fighting for a little bit, but then, you know, decided I'm a fighter. And then he fights Bobby Green, knocks him out, and then gives about 10 to 15 shots of unnecessary shots to Bobby Green. What do you think Jalin Turner feels now? Like, he put on a shit ton of damage against Dan Hooker and now did it to Bobby Green. Like, that's gotta be bad for Jalin Turner, you know, mentally. But great win by Jalin Turner. I think Jalin Turner should fight, you know, maybe someone 1 or 2 above him. Maybe they run it back with Dan Hooker. Maybe Jalin Turner fights someone like, you know, Patty if he wins. Or Benoit Saint Denis. Do Jalin Turner and Benoit Saint Denis. I think that'd be a great matchup for Jalin Turner. There's a lot of opportunities for Jalin Turner. I'm excited about that. Deiveson Figueiredo looked amazing. This was the fight that surprised me the most out of this entire card, because I had Rob Font going in there beating Deiveson Figueiredo and just Rob Font just out jabbing Figueiredo. I really thought the size and the power was going to be a difference, and completely wrong. Deiveson Figueiredo played the counter striking. He played the defense. He was just waiting for Rob Font to come at him, and then he landed beautiful, you know, straight hands. Very slow with the striking. You know, he was picking his shots. He wasn't just throwing. And, I mean, he had some great, you know, control on Rob Font. He had 4 takedowns. Deiveson Figueiredo had 4 minutes of control time. I mean, Deiveson Figueiredo really showed that, you know, bantamweight division might be his division. You know, maybe that weight cut really did screw with him at flyweight. I think now you don't have to worry about weight and the power gets to stay. Like, he will give some bantamweight some problems. I think Deiveson Figueiredo should fight Peter Yan next. I think Peter Yan is ranked like 5th. You know, Peter Yan's on like a 3-fight, 4-fight losing streak. So I think Deiveson Figueiredo, Peter Yan, you run that fight next. Maybe UFC 300 if that's not too soon. And you give the people what they want. And then the winner of that will maybe fight, you know, Henry or Merab next. God, that would be such a good matchup. Give me that. Sean Brady surprised everyone and subbed Kelvin Gastelum with a Kimura. I mean, it was beautiful. He was going for the head arm choke. Couldn't get the head arm choke. Transitions over just straight onto the mount and gets the Kimura on Kelvin Gastelum. Makes him tap in the 3rd round. But, I mean, you saw in this entire fight, Sean Brady had 5 takedowns. He was 5 for 5 and had 9 minutes of control time. I mean, that's insane. Kelvin Gastelum, props to him. He has good takedown defense. He's a good wrestler. But Sean Brady, I really do think he is that different animal in that welterweight division. I think Sean Brady, Shavkat, JDM, Ian Gary. I mean, that's the upcoming wave in welterweight division. Sean Brady is proven. I mean, besides that loss to Bilal Muhammad, he's just ran through everybody. You know, ran through Michael Chiesa, beat up Kelvin Gastelum. I mean, Sean Brady he's got a big future. He beat Jake Matthews like badly. Sean Brady, man, look out for him. He will be fighting for a belt soon. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment what y'all thought about the fights, and subscribe. See y'all in the next video.